Hey guys, so today I want to talk to you about why I use my hands so much when I'm talking in videos. Now, body language is a really important thing, so I make sure that my hands are always in videos so that I can help explain things to you so that you can understand what I'm trying to say to you a lot easier. So when it comes down to it, I learnt this technique off of William Hartnell as the Doctor in Doctor Who. Basically, he always sort of holds his jacket like this and makes sure his hand's in the shot. Now, back in the day, you used to have the 4:3 aspect ratio, which is very different to 16:9, which you're watching me on now, which means that you get these little black bars at the side of the screen. And by doing this and having this, you had your hands in the shot all the time so that when you were doing things, you could always make them interesting. You could use your hands when needed. So he would always hold his jacket like this. And I try and bring this in with people when I'm communicating with them in my videos. And the reason I do this is because it is much easier to explain something. If you really want to get through to people, you can use a lot of this body language. And the thing is, because you're adding something interesting to the shot, so they've got something to look at because you're actually active and dynamic. If I wasn't using them, it would just be me talking like this. And then if I take the energy out of it, I just become boring face talking to you like this. If I take all the inflection out of my voice, like the ups and the downs, everything becomes very boring. But if I start going up and down, things get a little bit more interesting. If I become a little bit more animated, things get more interesting. If I've got my hand signals as well, you're not just hearing my words, you are seeing the visuals which are coming with everything so that you can understand a lot better what I'm saying. So when you're using your hands, no matter how you're using them, you can use them to help show an audience what you're trying to say so that they can understand that it's not just you speaking to them in a normal like face-to-face video. What it is it's an actually engaging visual experience as well, so it helps things stick in the mind. And what I'm trying to do on this channel is I'm using it as a teaching channel to help people to learn. Anyway, I hope that that's been useful. Definitely consider using your hands a little bit more in your videos, because there is nothing worse than having a video where it's completely boring. And the body language is really good. You can use it to do so many different things. Like, for example, when I make a point, like a real point, I always do this. And the reason I do that is because I've seen politicians do it for years and years. Even people who stand on stage and they just do this with their hands. Comedians used to do this when they're just trying to make a joke. You know what I'm saying, guys? They just used to do that because it's more engaging and it brings people in. So even if it seems a little bit counterproductive or a little bit silly at times, it's still a really good thing to do. So take a little bit of your time out, practice using your hands a little bit more when you speak to people. And this is really good in your engagement in real life. It's good to have your hands up. I mean, the thing is, if you're able to do that, you're keeping things within your visual frame with people. So it's good to have something to hold on to. And in many ways, this was carried through to in Doctor Who with Patrick Troughton. He had a recorder and he used that to keep his hands in the frame, because the frame then allowed him to be more interesting when he was on set and being filmed. Because there are other people and they would move and you'd see the body move, but there's no hands in the picture. But once you've got the hands in the picture, we've got a little bit more motion. And that's a little bit more interesting. So when it comes down to it, you can use your hands really well if you want to get through to your audience. So anyway, I hope this has been useful. I know it might not make a lot of sense, but you should definitely try it. Anyway, you have a good day. Take care. Bye.